I would like to start our comments by just sharing just a short analogy from a talk I heard on Monday. The man who wrote the book, Everything I Needed to Know About Life, I Learned in Kindergarten. He had gone to many workshops and conferences throughout his life, and he went to one in which he asked a question that he always asked the speaker at the end of a conference. The workshop was on an island just off of Greece, and this man had built a peace center that was in a valley between two mountains that were marked with crosses. These people had fought against each other during World War II, and the valley still separated them. And he thought, if I could bring peace to these people, I can do anything. So this man went to this conference, and at the end of the conference, he asked his question, what is the meaning of life? And the speaker shared how the meaning of life is captured by the image of a mirror. And the meaning of life is to reflect the light in a dark world. And the light that we reflect is the light of Christ. And so we're going to share a few memories of how Sandy is a mirror who reflected Christ's light to us.
Over the years, Sandy did many kind and thoughtful things for Kay and I. One of these was particularly memorable, and I'd like to share it with you at this time. We were living in Arizona, and we were maintaining a small apartment which David and Sandy had found for us, above a store just a few blocks from David and Sandy's home in East Grand Rapids. We liked to spend part of our summers there. But one year we decided to fly back to Grand Rapids for Christmas. When we arrived and entered our apartment, much to our surprise, it was completely decorated for Christmas, including a live Christmas tree with lights and ornaments and gifts, Christmas placemats on the table, along with a plate of freshly baked cookies. Kay and I were overcome with emotion and joy because of all the love and thoughtfulness Sandy, David, and Ethan showed toward us that Christmas. That's just one example. There were many.
From the moment that I met Sandy, I believe every conversation we ever had always ended up talking about our mutual love for Jesus. She had such an incredible love and faith. The number of times that we just talked on the phone when, as a parent, and Ethan was just becoming a teenager and starting to develop his own opinions. How do I handle this? She thought I knew something because I've been in youth ministry for 30 years. I don't know anything. But as time went on, what blew me away is that so many times when things aren't going well and we suffer, and Sandy struggled with so much illness, a lot of us lose our hope and stop trusting God. She never did. She was always unselfish. She belonged to a service club here at this church, helped to make sandwiches for the homeless, constantly finding ways to serve others. She had the attitude of Christ. We visited here last year for a week, and Sandy always had these terrible migraines and always suffered, and yet every moment that she could, every single day, we'd visit. We went down to the animal together. And I just even remember one moment, because it's in the suffering that Christ shows so much in her, that she had a bit of a panic attack, and we had to sit down, but she still wanted to keep going forward. We waited till the next show and went in when there's a smaller crowd. She had the attitude of Christ. The scripture reading from 1 Corinthians 13 says that now we see indistinctly as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Sandy is that mirror. And today,